ANUBIS. ANUBIS. Anu is God, not Jesus, not Allah, not Yahweh, whatever all these fake names you give in the lower parts of the lodge they made up. No, they acknowledge Anu. There is a order, a higher order, a most high order that this government is following. Hell, the white man know that. Why you think, like I said, he puts in God we trust, and he puts that eye over the pyramid, which the unfinished pyramid represents his country or his kingdom, because he never plans to finish his government, because by finishing it, that means that it will come to an end. So what he does is he leaves the capstone off. He puts the eye of God, which is really Anu, Amen. He puts Anu's eye over his unfinished kingdom or his unfinished government, which he wants to continue. That pyramid or triangle that you see is not actually a pyramid or a triangle or whatever. It's actually a ship, a craft, spacecraft, spaceship. That's what that is. And that represents God inside of a moving planet or ship or craft overseeing their government. They know this. They've had contact with Anu. They received their orders from Anu. That's why they put on the dollar bill. Anuit coactus, novus ordo seclorum. New order of the ages which God favors. So they bear witness that Anu is God, not Jesus, not Allah, not Yahweh, whatever all these fake names you give in the lower parts of the lodge that they made up. No, they acknowledge Anu. That's why it says Anuit coactus. That's God. And the Anuit, like I said, translated into the ancient Egyptian or ancient Kemetic tongue as Anubis, the god, the hound again, or the god of the dead, the overseer over the dead and the living, who travels back and forth, who is a dog. Dog spelled backwards is God. There is a higher order. It tells you in the book of Revelations that God's government, God's order, God, or so if you're using the word God, order will come down on earth. Again, Freemasons, they knew about Anu. The Illuminati, they already knew about Anu. The Freemasons, and they already knew about Anu. Hundreds and hundreds of years ago, way before people were privy to the knowledge of Anu. Right? And the Sumerians. How do you know that? Look on your dollar bill. Right? Anuit coactus. Anuit coactus. Right? Novus ordo seclorum. This new order, God favors this new order of the ages. I know I'm translating it right, but what the important part of it is to understand that these people, these so-called elite, they recognize Anu as God, right? That N, right? Or that N key, or that Lord of the earth, right? They recognized N or Anu as God. Same way we did. And they took Anu, or should I say we took Anu, and we traveled, and Anu traveled into Egypt, so-called Egypt, and became Anubis or Anubis. And the jackal or the dog that it represented became God, because the dog spelled backwards is God, or they refer to as the messenger between heaven and hell, meaning earth and the universe. One who comes and brings messages to men, right? Or who sends messengers. A real person, an advanced person. See, it's hard to get people to understand Amen, because you've been fed an unhealthy dose of Jesus, who is, of course, a fictitious god from the mythological gods of Zeus and Jupiter. You've been fed Allah, who was a pagan god who was attached to the goddess Alat, Anubis, the jackal, right? The hound, the dog, the god. They give you things backwards, right? And they take it literally another way. Amen, as was always depicted by our people, were always depicted as men Amun was always depicted as a man, not as a spook or a mystery or anything else. Always depicted as a man, as a black man, right? Enki, Anu, right? Always depicted as men, right? So our God or our supreme being came as a man, right? Came with a race of beings, a race of gods on earth. That's why statues were put up to them.